All right, team, Eric Wood-Solomon here from Rebuild Fitness and Physiotherapy. And one of the things I'm always coaching my clients through is their posture and movement through the day. So what we do with our bodies through the day can create problems that manifest as pain. Once you start to feel pain, that is an indicator. Your body is sending up a warning signal that, hey, something is wrong here. So what we want to try to figure out is, can we get you to stand in a way that reduces your back pain and discomfort? A really common posture that people would maintain would be something called a sway back posture. So the knees are hyperextended, the hips push forward, the upper back rounds, my head drops forward, okay? This would be called like a passive position, meaning I'm essentially hanging off my body and joints. We want to replace that with an active position, which is one I'm thinking about. I have to consciously think and get myself into this upright position. So what we want to do then is figure out, okay, how do we stand in a joint and spine sparing way? We're going to start with our feet about shoulder width apart and parallel to each other. Don't go into a squat. That's gonna burn your legs and be way too tiring. But again, just not hyperextended, soften the knees. We're gonna bring the hips through so that they're above the knees and the ankles. We're gonna have our chest tall, head tall, shoulders gently back. And when you do this, your middle fingers should end up right at the seam of your pants, okay? So again, chest tall, head tall, shoulders back, middle finger at the seam of the pants. Now the last thing you want to think about is the position of your pelvis in relation to, am I tilting it forward too much or backward too much? And again, with pain, you want to find the position where it's most comfortable. And sometimes it'll be just a few degrees where, oh, that's too much and now I'm getting a pain. Or the other way, that's no good. So again, you're finding where is that sweet spot. There it is, where you get maximum relief or elimination of pain. Okay, that's option one. Option two is gonna be hands on the hips. And again, what you wanna watch here is that when you go hands on the hips, don't let your shoulders dump forward, okay? So my hands are on my hips, my chest is tall, my head is tall, my shoulders are gently back. In this position, my ribs are elevated, which puts a little bit of stretch on the abdominal muscles, which creates a mild contraction, which now supports my spine as well as my guts. If I slump, those muscles turn off and I'm not being supported. So again, chest tall, head tall, shoulders gently back. The weight of my arms is going into my hips here, down my legs into the floor. So it's reducing the pressure on reducing the weight of my torso on my spine. Thirdly, we have hands behind the back, okay? So option one is middle finger at the seam of the pants. Option two is hands on the hips, and option three is hands behind the back. The whole thrust of this thing is results. So we want to find the position where you get maximum relief of symptoms, ideally elimination of pain. When you are in a good position and pain-free, you are healing. And I'll say this over and over until they'll start to nod and say, yes, that makes sense. Oftentimes we try to push through pain. The whole idea here is that we stop or adjust before we go into pain. Again, pain is that signal from our body that something is going wrong. There's too much load, stress, strain. So the idea is we get away from that before we cross that threshold. So play around with your posture and standing, see if you can find the position that is pain-free.